AITA for refusing to visit my parents after they tried to get me and my ex back together? I'm 26F. Ex is 28M. We'll call him Tom. Tom and I dated for a couple of years and my parents absolutely loved him, invited him to everything and constantly talked about him like we were already married. Then he found out he had a kid from a one-night stand from just before we started dating. I tried to roll with it for a few more months after that, but it was just too much to deal with too soon in the relationship for me and I broke it off. I think it was for the best, though Tom desperately tried to get me to stay and enlisted my parents to talk me out of leaving. I told them to drop it or I was going to go NC for a while because I already had a lot to deal with, so they did. This was 6 months ago and I have Tom blocked on everything. All the mutual friends know the score and are good at keeping things separate, and I'm dating again. So, I show up to Thanksgiving with my parents like usual and guess who's sitting in the living room? Tom and kid, M, 3 now I think. He gets up all happy to see me and I turn around and walk back out, get in the car, and go to my hotel. My mom calls and asks me where I went and why I left and I told her she knows damn well why and asked why Tom was there. She told me that they still consider him part of the family and they love his son and didn't want them to be alone for the holiday. When I asked why she didn't tell me ahead of time, she kind of stalled and then admitted that she knows I don't want to see him but that I obviously still love him and they thought if I could just see how great everything could be he and I could reconcile. That kind of infuriated me, not going to lie. I don't want to be a step-parent or at least not right now and not in this particular situation. It sucks, but I've processed it and moved on. I told my mom that what they did was wrong and really out of line and that I was going home. Hope their Thanksgiving with Tom was all they hoped it would be. Then I turned off my phone for the rest of day. When I finally turned it back on, I had a slew of texts and VMs, some from Tom using my parents' phones. I deleted them without listening to the whole message and finally called my mom back last week after I had calmed down. She apologized for springing Tom on me and I told her that she needs to stop hoping we'll get back together and that I don't want Tom in my life. She admitted that they wanted to invite him for Christmas as well. Evidently he now has sole custody of the kid and my parents have been playing grandparent. I told her that any function Tom is at I won't be at and if they ever spring him on me again that will be the last time we speak for a very long time. My parents are accusing me of being cruel by making them choose and giving an ultimatum, with a side dish of, that little boy needs a family, guilt. I don't care if they want to surrogate grandparent or be friends with Tom, but I won't be involved and I'm hearing from a lot of people that I'm being a petty NTA. For the obvious springing an ex on you that they know you don't want to see. But also the shameless manipulation here. From your parents and from Tom. They thought you'd see him being a cute dad and that would tug at your heartstrings? They all thought blowing up your phone when you were feeling upset was the way to go? Your boundaries are reasonable. You've not asked them not to have a relationship with him, but you've been clear about what you need in order to protect your own moving on journey. You communicated your boundaries beforehand. They willfully ignored those. You've been backed into a corner where you've needed to communicate more sternly and quantify that with your lack of presence. You've been fair here.